go! Yes! Oh, man!
There's a sail on the flat. Sail on the flat.
That's a pair of slammers, boys.
Nice fish.
Reelin' in the Keys with host Captain Rob Harris.
Hi, I'm Captain Rob Harris with Reelin' in the Keys, and on this week's episode we're going to go fishing with Captain Kelsey Jo. We're going to be fishing here in Marathon out of the area right around the Blackfin Resort. So we're going to have a really good plan today, and we're going to find out what is the plan, Miss Kelsey Jo.
We're gonna go around today and try and catch some juvenile tarpon, some snooks, redfish, go up in the mangroves, some canals. Got a lot of live bait, and try and have some fun. Catch some big jacks, maybe some big tarpon, see what we can get.
Nice, and unfortunately Alyssa's not going to be able to make it with us because she hurt her wing.
Yep, she broke her hand.
But we do have a suitable first mate, Captain Aaron. He's going to be coming with us and doing it.
Yeah.
Now we have a little more wind than what we were expecting to have. How does that change your game plan?
It changes our plan as far as, especially wind direction. We need to pick which side, the Atlantic, the Gulf side. You like to be tucked up a little better as far as casting and your visibility to be able to see the fish. And you get a little better idea of what's going on when you're hidden from the wind.
So you went out and you caught bait. What is your typical prep time, and what do you do to get ready for a trip like this?
It typically takes about an hour. We go out, on a good day you can throw the net one time and load up with a lot of bait, but sometimes you gotta search for it. But you give it about an hour, you gotta get ice. Sometimes I go to the tackle box, get some shrimp. Depends on what we're doing, but typically we just like to load up on pilchards. We use them for live chumming and bait. And we just go throw the net around the banks. You look for diving birds and ride on back and load up.
All right, we've got all the bait and everything loaded up. I say we have, Captain Kelsey has. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out, we're gonna see if we can make this plan work. We're gonna go do some catching, watch Aaron throw the fly a little bit, and you get to come along with us. Let's go catching. Aaron playing in the toy box.
Oh yeah, he loves his flies.
All right, well, Captain Aaron here, he's got a little fly. We're gonna try to pitch this fly out here with a little tarpon. Tell us about what you got and what you plan on doing with it.
This is a
interesting looking thing.
Minnow, very small, very light wire hook. It's made by my friend Ben Piercy of 57 Flies. And this mimics a small minnow. There's lots of mahua, there's lots of mosquito fish, some baby pilchards that live in these little estuaries here. So that's their natural forage, and that's what fly fishing is about, is matching the hatch.
The interesting things about doing this little show with us is this is a chance for y'all to come out here and not do what your clients want to do. You get to do what you like to do. You get to be the angler, you get to pick and choose.
Tell us about where we're fishing.
Oh, all right, we're in a basin here, up along these mangroves. It's a real deep area, which actually in Marathon, a lot of the mangrove shoreline is very shallow. So it's very unique in here, and a lot of the tarpons hang out underneath here. We have a lot of bait that comes in this basin. We're gonna throw out some live bait, see if we can get them a little fired up, and I'm gonna catch some on live bait or top water, and he's gonna throw the fly. We're gonna try and catch some tarpon.
Let's do it.
I grew up at a really young age fishing every weekend. We were supposed to go do what my mom wanted to do, but I went with my dad and we went fishing. We always went to the Bahamas. I grew up in Jupiter, Florida, so it was a quick shot right over. We did a lot of spear fishing, a lot of dolphin, wahoo, grouper, everything really. And my dad pretty much engraved it into my brain, everything I know. And we had a lot of fun doing it. So I've continued doing it since and decided I wanted to be a captain and make money having fun. My dad actually was not a captain. He worked construction. He had his own construction business, and he just really enjoyed fishing. He's been doing it forever, and I mean, since I was a baby, he actually strapped me in my car seat in the back of the boat, and I played in the water when I was 18 months old, you know.
What is some of your passion? What is it that you like to fish for when you go fishing?
When I go fishing, I really like everything, but my favorite is blue water. You know, getting into a big school of mahis, that's always fun. It's real fast paced, a lot of excitement, and there's always something new. You know, a big tiger shark could roll through, or marlin, you never know what's gonna show up while you're out there catching dolphin and wahoo. I enjoy swordfish and back bay stuff like this. Everything in between. All right, Aaron, well, it looks like it's not really producing over here. We've seen a few tarpon, but nobody really wants to play, so let's go check out a different spot, maybe up towards Vodka Cut area.
Let's go.
All right.
Got plenty of places to go.
Yes, we do. We're over here in Vodka Cut right now. It's a real deep channel through here. We got nice mangrove shoreline. There's also right here a man-made cut to a marina. It drops off and it holds a lot of different species of fish, mangrove snappers, groupers, lots of jacks, snooks. We get redfish up along the banks here.
You know, I think that's one of the nice things about having the diversity of a boat like this, you know, because for everybody that's watching the show right now, they don't really get the full impact of just how windy and rough it is. But with a rig like this, you've got all these little spots that you can come and tuck up.
Yeah, it's actually a 1976 Seacraft. This was an old commercial mackerel boat I bought off a guy in Jupiter. The floor was rotted out. You could almost fall through in certain areas, and I decided to rebuild it. Got rid of the old motor we had on here, replaced the deck with a new dye vinyl cell, redid the deck. We also pulled this cap off, picked it up, reinforced it, painted it, all that fun stuff. The center console used to be gigantic, where you could barely walk through it, and had a huge T-top on it, and we pulled all that off. I'm definitely happy with it, and I'm happy I did all that work.
Catamaran is hooked up.
In the current. Nice mangrove.
Look at there, mangy.
That's a nice one. That's an eater.
That's good table fare right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's got some pretty markings, you know.
Oh yeah.
Especially for being in here and shallow here in the channel.
Yeah.
Hang on, he is pretty.
Fish on. Oh, these guys are trying to get up in our game here. Here, fishy, fishy.
Oh, that's a beautiful jack, too.
Nice one. 12-pound test. Good fun there.
Tons of fun.
Here. You got him? Okay. Nice Jack Crevalle.
There you go.
Great fighting fish.
The variety is kicking in. So you can literally just sit right here in the spot like this and catch sport fish like the jack, dinner fish like the mangrove,
occasional grouper. Those are a real great fight.
Oh yeah, that's pound for pound. I mean, I'm glad those things don't get to be 500 pounds.
Yeah.
You never catch one.
Yep.
Yeah, what's a typical rig that you would use for out here?
Typically here, I just use, you know, I've got a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader here, and I also use, my favorite hook for this is a 3/0 Mutu light wire. They just have a really good hookup ratio. It's really good for a diversity of things, but especially back in the back bay here. It's simple blood knot, tie line to line. And occasionally, like with all this grass, I'm gonna put a little like 1/4 ounce lead on it just to keep it down below, because my bait's on top getting hooked up by grass all the time. Put a little bit of weight on it, and I just use a knocker rig. No swivel or anything. When you drop the bait down, this is good for just about any application. The weight slides faster than the bait. So if you're like bottom fishing, you're gonna sit your weight down here, you create your own leader. Faster you drop it, the longer the leader you got. And that's typically my favorite rig. Very basic and catches a lot of fish. 2 seconds. And we've got a decent sized mangrove snapper here. Not too bad, took all of 3 seconds. He was hanging down there on the bottom. Came up and ate.
Took the knocker rig.
That's right. And there you have another mangrove snapper. There you go, buddy.
Boom, Kelsey's hooked up. Oh, he was trying to go down that channel.
She caught the jack that was.
So he was following the mangrove.
Nice. The bonus species.
It's like inshore dolphin fishing. All right, here we got a very small jack, but he still gave up a great bite.
And on the knocker rig.
On the knocker rig again.
He's talking to you, baby.
That's right.
Saying, please release me.
Nice Jack Corral. We're gonna let him go. There you go, buddy. No, he was just all up in the stuff.
He found the ledge.
Oh, jeez. He inhaled it. Let me get this thing out of here. I think my favorite fishing story, I was with my father. We were in the Bahamas. We just got done filleting up a bunch of fish for the night. And watching the sun go down, I'm looking in the water. I was really young, probably 10 years old. And, oh, I got weed. We're out there, so we got all the fish chummed up, and all of a sudden this bull shark comes up. I'm like, Dad, I gotta catch this. He's like, no. Like, yeah, I'm gonna catch it. He goes, all right, we'll tie a rig. So I make up the rig, and I go sit on the bow of the boat, and I've got this big filleted grouper hanging off this big old hook. You know, I'm 10 years old rod in my hand, and I'm not catching it. I'm like, Dad, what's going on? Why aren't I catching it? And he goes, I tell you what, you go sit up there, you cross your hands like this, close your eyes, and start humming. Sitting there with a rod in my hand, I'm hooked up. Dad, I got him. No, you don't. Oh my God, she does. You know, here I get him to the boat. Dad, pull him in. No, I'm not pulling him in. Well, give me a tooth. I want a tooth. You know, we're arguing back and forth. It was really awesome. He's sitting up there. My dad's laughing, thinking he's playing a joke on me. And here I go, hook up this bull shark.
Was it
You have to sit and cross your legs. Yeah. Eyes closed and everything.
I'm gonna practice that next time I'm on my boat.
Yep. Get the rod under your leg or something. Yeah. Get tight.
See, talking about fish stories and catching fish.
That's right. What you got now?
So far on the day there, Cap, I'm gonna have to put Cap Marin as a high hook.
That's right.
He's wearing them out.
We're catching mangroves left and right here, aren't we?
One after the other.
What he lacks in size, he makes up for in deliciousness. And he is a keeper. And he'd make a great fish sandwich.
And you're gonna put him right there so you can come back and catch him later.
Exactly. We want him to grow up. He needs to eat some shrimp and some pilchards and some baby pinfish and put on a few pounds.
And make sure you don't have wahoo in the fridge.
Yeah.
Well, if we were keeping fish today, we would definitely have our limit of mangrove snappers already. which would be a great dinner. Another one.
We've been catching some fish. You said let's make a move. What do you got planned for us?
Well, after this, we're gonna go over. There's a culvert that we fish with primarily a lot of snook in it, sometimes some tarpon, sometimes mangroves and stuff. We pretty much caught some species here. We missed a nice snook, caught some jacks, caught a lot of mangroves. So let's try and get a different species at a different area.
Well, and I even managed to catch a tree.
Yeah, that tree was, that's
multi-species.
Multi-species.
Multi-species, yep.
See, this is one of those little spots that, I mean, we're kind of tucked up in here. We got US 1 right on the other side. We've got that culvert here with lots of good flow. If you didn't live and fish here all the time, you would never even know this was here.
Ooh, we got hooked up. No, you would have no idea. And that's really one of the reasons I like this spot. I really don't like being crowded on fishing spots, and especially this type of fishing, people stomping their feet, opening hatches and closing doors and stuff on their boat. That spooks these kind of fish, you know, so it's really nice to be tucked away and by yourself.
Such a classic looking thing. I'd never seen one before, and I've seen a lot of lures. Tell us a little about this.
This is a Jefferson Lures Little Who. A guy named Shelly Jefferson I fished with as a child, one of my father's friends, makes this lure. He actually molded a balau, an inshore ballyhoo, and made a mold of the actual minnow. Then he had a production mold built where he could make different colors and put out actual numbers of them, and he made a special head with an eye. It's an amazing lure for snook, especially under dock lights at night. Anytime that snook are feeding on balaus or needlefish or even regular ballyhoo, you can't beat this, and its action is wonderful.
We found some really windy conditions on both sides of the island. It was awfully nice and smooth over there. Bite was a little slower than what you're happy with. I know I was happy just sitting there with the snapper and stuff. Tell me a little about what it is, where we are now, and what we're seeing. This is a side of Marathon that I've never been to.
Not a lot of people see this. This is Birdine's right here, a great restaurant. They got killer burgers here, but this is actually Boot Key Harbor. A lot of people don't realize this is actually another city in itself. There's a mooring field in here, and 50% of my friends live in here on sailboats. You know, we have the city marina with bathrooms and showers, and there's several hundred boats in here. And it's really interesting. There's a lot of diversity in the ecosystem here. A lot of mangroves, we got some rocks, we have old docks like this that hold a lot of different species of fish, and it's a very interesting, unique place that not many people get to see.
Well, it's kind of nice, you know, because we got to see the backside of the islands, you know, leaving from your dock and then going and fishing up to the east. Well, now we just came a little bit to the west around the corner, and poof, here's this whole other world. And you're kind of right in the middle of it. So regardless of the conditions, you always have somewhere you can go to get out.
Yeah, there's always somewhere to hide. Little baby net.
Beautiful throw.
Oh yeah! Woo! About time we got some bait. And they're good size. All right, we gotta go back to all the spots we already fished. What's happening?
Guess those fish just don't know how hard we had to work to bring these baits here for them.
I guess not. Oh.
There it is.
Oh, it's a freaking mangrove. Come on. All those tarpon blowing up, and I'm gonna catch you, buddy. Go back and talk to them for me.
He's like, hey, you can go back to, you know, just slinging bait. Or you can just take me.
Yep. Another mangrove in the mangroves. I thought that was it. I was all down, ready to pull them out of the tree.
sitting here at Birdines now. This is the first time I've ever seen it from this side.
Yeah.
It was also the first time I'd seen it from the other side. So you're located right in the middle of the island. We got to go east, we came back west, we got to go inside Boutique. We saw stuff that I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
So you definitely got it all going on right here. And we'll see you next episode, Reeling in the Keys.
And this is what we do out here fishing.
There's a place out on the ocean, ain't on a map anywhere. The captain's looking at the water, he knows exactly where to steer. No internet or Wi-Fi towers, all that stress is gone. The line's just went in the water, and somebody else fish on. And it's just another day, reeling in the Keys. We got that fishing feeling, there's no place we'd rather be. We're a million miles from nowhere, but we ain't lost at sea. Just loving life, living the dream, reeling in the Keys.